Hey guys, welcome back to TTSMC Trader. How are you all? Hope everyone is good. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Everything is cool. Then go for further. Good morning, Dora, Kuba, Sophia, uh, Go 3817. Good morning, brother. MMM Short Week 7, RS, Honor. Thank you so much, guys, for being over here. And please let me, okay, so loud and clear. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sophia, for being over here. Please make sure that you have done all the greetings with the new people that are going to join. I would love to go to the chart. I think I have a lot to talk, and I'm afraid that I'll be not to be able to cover everything before 9:30. So I'll directly go to the chart. Please make sure that if anyone just joined, do the greetings, all of these things. However, this is the calendar for this coming week or this running week, and you can see we have PMI today around 10 a.m. Tuesday we have JOLTS or job opening around 10 a.m. Wednesday around 10 a.m. PMI. Thursday 8:30 unemployment claims, and like Friday we have the non-farm payroll as well as the 10 a.m. news, red folder news. That means almost every day we have 10 a.m. news. There is just one day there is no 10 a.m. news, and that is Thursday, which is not allowed for anyone to take entry because that is just before the NFP, non-farm payroll. So we are allowed to trade from Monday to Wednesday AM session, and again from 8:30 a.m. Friday from the NFP. I think last NFP I was with you. Remember. However, until 8:30 a.m. Friday from Wednesday PM session, no trade is valid with your funded account. You have to follow these rules, otherwise just mm, I don't know what to say. However, every single day we have 10 a.m. news, so we are not allowed to push the button before 10 a.m. After 10 a.m., we'll try to look for something good. If I find something, of course, we'll go for that trade. Otherwise, we have to wait because this is gonna be the last week before the highest probable area for trading. So I'm just waiting for 10th of February as ICT is waiting for. Actually, I wait for the second week, and that's gonna be 10 or 9, I think 9 or 10 of February. It will be like 9 or 10. However, until then, I'm just not interested to see good price action. It should be like it should start to be good, but not exactly good. Like still a lot of PDRs will be broken and a lot of area will not be respected, which should be respected. Something like this type of scenario. That means this is the last week where we have to pass. We have to be very careful, and from the next week, I hope everything will be cool again. So just remember from the calendar, we know we are not allowed to trade before 10 a.m., not even a single day. And Thursday no trade from Wednesday PM session to Friday AM session. That means 8:30 a.m. until 8:30 a.m. No trade is valid in between that area. And of course, after 8:30 to 9, you have to wait again for 10 a.m. because we have some sort of news around 10 a.m. Guys, please make sure that you have okay, you have given the likes over here. 39 people are watching. Make sure that you have pushed the like button and try to just vote over here. I need to know how many of you are interested for our Discord discipline challenge. I would love to talk a bit about this challenge. The main intention or the purpose to start this challenge is to show you if you are a disciplined trader and if you are an indisciplined trader, what is the difference in between discipline and indiscipline? So if you join over there, you have to have one prop firm challenge account. No paper account is valid over here. You have to submit the account number that this account you are going to use. I will put some rules over there. You have to follow that rules. You have to do that because this is gonna force you to be disciplined while we are trading in our home or by ourselves. Sometimes it happens like I'm thinking that okay, from now I will only go for the wardrobe block entry, and then I've, I've seen something good like maybe 22 item or a breaker block. Then I think okay, this is gonna work, so let's take this trade, and then from the next trade I will wait again for the wardrobe block. And then what happened, that entry I took, maybe it's a winning trade or it's a losing trade, that doesn't mean matter at all, but that will prove that you're not a disciplined trader. That means you don't have the control on yourself. the market has the control, or your psychology has the control on yourself. So you have to control your psychology. Your psychology should not control yourself. Just because of that, uh, I'm gonna start this challenge. You don't need to pay me anything, to be honest, brother. If you can pass that challenge account, then we have the next step. I will plan for that next step. Of course, I will try to show you how you will, I mean, you will start to feel why you need to be a disciplined trader. Okay, so if you win that challenge, I hope that will help you a lot for being a disciplined trader, for being a consistently profitable trader. I will try to join as well. However, I have to buy one account. I'll just buy it, I think. Uh, at the same time, uh, I'll just show you here in Discord. If you're not with us in our Discord, please, there is the link on the pin comment over here. Click on that link. You will get the Discord join option, and please join over there. It's absolutely free. No need to worry about that. If you come over here, Sophia has started a poll. I think she didn't mention everyone, so that's why some of you can miss this poll. I'm just gonna post it one more time, and I'm gonna mention every single one of you so that you will be able to find this poll. Make sure that you have voted over here, because depending on this vote you will get the invitation. That means if you want to join over there, it's not gonna happen. We are going to send you the invitation, and depending on this poll, which is 6 day left, you can see, uh, depending on this poll, I will just invite you, and then you will be able to join over there. There's a lot of things, but make sure that you have voted over here. This is very important for that challenge to join over here. Again, absolutely free. This is just because I want to show you the differences in between disciplined trader, indisciplined trader. And I believe end of this challenge you will never be in discipline again, because you will see the result by yourself. So that's gonna help you. I hope so. I hope it will work the way I'm thinking. But again, if you didn't vote over here, please vote over there. Otherwise, I am afraid that you won't be able to join to that uh, challenge. Okay. So thank you so much, and please make sure that you push the like button. I will talk about this again maybe at the middle of the stream. But right now, my highest importance is the likes. Please provide the like button over here. All of you, whoever is my subscriber, please don't forget to push the like button. Never ever, please don't forget about that. If you're not my subscriber, please make sure that you have subscribed to our channel for yourself, not for ourselves. However, this is our community, our family. I would love to start the weekly analysis faster. I'll try to do that. So this is the weekly chart, and come over here again. Remember, this is the last low probable week. In my opinion, I hope so, it's gonna be the last low probable week. So over here, this is that all-time high. This is the low that has cleared some sort of low over here. After clearing this low and that high, that was the quadrant level, all of these things, I'm not interested to go through all of them right now. I'm just watching this lowest down close body close candle that has traded an FVZ. Even though it has been violated one more time, body didn't close below this low. Still, I'm using this as an order block. So I'm gonna extend it to my right side, and I'm seeing it is still respecting over here. This high, which is the last week candle, has cleared all of our extreme liquidity, and we'll see what happened in our lower time frame. After clearing that, it closed over here. As the candle has a very small body, very long week, I'm just not interested to look for TGIF. Thanks God it's Friday. Most of the time I actually look for that on Monday, but today I'm not interested because the candle is not looking so good like this type of candle or that type of candle. If it was like this, maybe I would go for the TGIF at first. As I don't have that, I'm not looking for TGIF. All I'm seeing, market after, I mean, coming here, rejected from the rejection block, which is the highest body. It has been rejected from there, fall again, retested this order block for the last time, in my opinion. 1 2 3, last time it is trading the order block, and I hope it will start to go higher for this all-time high. That is my expectation from the weekly chart, as long as it is not going to close one more time below the 50% of this candle. So I'm not going to mark it below this 50%. This is the one body close, which is absolutely acceptable. Fake breakout, I'm gonna accept that, but next one close below this, I'll be long term bearish before going the bullish again. Until then, I'm just only bullish for this all-time high. I'll look for this all-time high is gonna be cleared. From the daily chart, you can see this is the daily last FVG, and as you can see, body has closed above this daily last FVG. One body has closed. I mean, it closed just a bit above, I think. Yeah, just a bit above, but still that is the sign. It called the fake breakout. That means it left the sign. I'll be back here, brother. Why it closed above this last FVG a bit higher? We'll talk about that in a moment. But right now, from the daily chart, this last FVG is holding the market. This is the fake breakout. One candle closed, next body has closed below this. Then market fall. This is the daily volume imbalance. I'm just watching this volume imbalance to understand that if does it really would love to go for this low and that low and then finally come for this daily volume imbalance. Over here, while this market was around this area, I was not interested to see it will come to the deep discounted area because the liquidity was over there. So if it come to this deep discounted area, it's gonna be consolidated and finally it's gonna take that low. As it didn't do that, come here, sorry, here and cleared all the buy side liquidity. It now can come to the deep discounted area because the premium liquidity has been cleared. Now it has an possibility to come to this deep discounted area. Until here I can look for that, but I will look for that if and only if I see the body close below this daily volume imbalance or the new day opening gap. As long as it's not going to close below this daily gap, remember the daily candle. When I'm saying it's not going to close, you look what time frame I'm in. Okay, so right now it's daily time frame. So as long as the body is not going to close below this daily volume imbalance, I'll keep looking for the buying opportunity for this all-time high. I don't have any extreme liquidity from the daily chart, but all-time high is my highest priority right now over there. At the same time, if it started to fall, that means it closed below this daily volume imbalance, then I will start to look for this low, more importantly that low, and more precisely until this daily volume imbalance. When it will come here, then I will start to look for the buy again. From the 4-hour chart, and you can see here from the daily chart, you have seen it closed a bit above of the daily volume imbalance or daily last FVG. The reason was it was interested to come for this daily sorry, 4-hour last FVG. So above this last FVG, I have some buy side liquidity that is marked from my uh, what to say, I mean the hourly chart, and this is the all-time high. Okay, there is no other high above this high. This is the all-time high. My interest is not that all-time high. This relatively equal highs, which is an obvious liquidity, could be the good target. Okay, it could be the best target, but for that it has to break this 4-hour last FVC. However, while this market came here, failed to come here, and if you remember, it should not come to the deep discounted area. We have already talked about all of these things. So market came here, left that last FVC around this area. Market come back again after building lot of buy side liquidity around that area, came to this last FVC, rush into that liquidity, came to this 4-hour last FVC again, come back again to trade, retest this 4-hour order block. As you can see over here, lowest down close body close candle that has traded this entry gap. I just marked the last FVC because it came to the last FVC, but this 2 FVC is more important. Now, by the way, when I'm saying FVC, some of you can hear that fizzy. It's not fizzy, it's not something, it's FVZ, fair value gap. So my word can be confusing sometimes, that's why I'm just making it clear. FVG, not fizzy, not something else. It came to this lowest down close body close candle that has traded this entry gap, which is also important as it came last FVG. So I just removed the entry FVG from my chart. The lowest down close body close candle order block, traded that order block one time, then market went higher, close to this unfilled FVG by 100%. I'll look for low, high, lower low, either for the breaker block, or we'll look for this 4-hour order block to retest, and would love to see it will keep going higher again for this buy side liquidity. Last FVG reaction sent the market the deep discounted area to this specific leg here. I have no idea how far it will fall if I look for this one, because it has cleared the liquidity. It has cleared the liquidity. So that retracement can happen until the upper quadrant, equilibrium, or the deep discounted area. I don't have any problem with that. But when it came to the deep discounted area, traded or retested this 4-hour order block, now I want to see it will start to go higher. If it doesn't go higher from here, at least it will go until the equilibrium of this new range. That means it doesn't want to go higher. Instead of that, it would love to keep falling. it will never ever reach to this deep premium area. If it come to this deep premium area, it means that market is going for the buy side liquidity. If it fail to come to this deep premium area, instead of that it starts to retrace from equilibrium, then it can start to fall for this daily volume imbalance. So as long as it's like not touching this upper quadrant level, I'm not extremely bullish, but I'm expecting the reaction here, send the market deep discounted area, order block is gonna make the reversal over here, and this market is not going to stop over here. Instead of that, it will go through everything and it will come over here to this what to say, I mean the deep premium area. Confirm that I'm going for this buy side liquidity around that area by breaking this hourly last FPG. So for our last FPG, okay, so that is my expectation right now, but otherwise we'll see how it is going to work, and what how it all the things is going to happen. We'll look for that. It is the time for us uncertainty. That means what is going to happen, nobody knows. Is it going for buy, is it going for sell? Nobody has no idea. It has to show me the next step to find out, am I bullish or am I bearish? Is this market bullish and it would love to go for the all-time high without trading this daily volume imbalance, or is this market is bearish to trade this volume imbalance before clearing the buy side liquidity? Coming back to hourly chart over here, this is that relatively equal highs. It's been marked over here as an extreme buy side liquidity. I'm not interested about that all-time high. I'm more interested about the liquidity, which is over here. All-time high by itself is a liquidity, but as it is single high, I prefer that relatively equal highs which has been cleared. That high has cleared that high by a shallow run, which is still the obvious liquidity. According to ICT, it's an unfinished business. Here, this low, that low, relatively equal lows, which is my extreme sell side liquidity. It means that if this market really would love to fall for this daily volume imbalance, it can fall for this liquidity. Always, I keep saying one thing, this market only go for support and resistance. In other words, it always look for relatively equal highs, relatively equal lows, or the liquidity. Now, I know that people will say about the imbalances, that is also target. If you think like that way, you will always be like something like, you'll always be confused. So what I do for better understanding, if I'm expecting this market will come for this volume imbalance or this imbalance area, then I start to look for the liquidity. If I see any sort of relatively equal lows, then I think, oh, that's logical to come here. If I don't get any sort of liquidity, then I don't feel like, even it would love to fall over there, I don't look for that liquidity or that run. I just let this run go and then start to go for opposite reversal or the continuation until there is liquidity present. So if there is liquidity is present, then the imbalances are important to me. If there is no liquidity present, then any sort of imbalances is not important to me. It is my way to see the market. You can have different kind of, like thinking about that. Don't argue and don't make it complicated. Whatever it goods for you, suits for you, go for that. I always look for liquidity. If there is no liquidity, there is no run for me. So right now over here, this you can see this extreme buy side liquidity, extreme sell side liquidity. In between this extreme sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity, I have this low and that low, relatively equal lows, which is another sort of sell side liquidity that can be traded. I have no idea it is gonna clear that liquidity before going higher or not. I'm not interested about that as well. Actually, I will look for that if this last bullish FVG from the hourly chart is broken. That means if I see an hourly candle that has closed below this hourly last bullish FVG around here, I'm not gonna keep it on my chart, I'm gonna remove it. But if it can do this kind of like closed below this hourly gap, and then it will go to this hourly gap one more time, I'll start to look for sell from my 1 minute chart for this sell side liquid. Now some of you can think that, oh man, you are going to wait for all of this long. Yeah, of course I have to do that because I'm bullish. However, from here to here, this sell side liquidity is not a small run. As you can see, it's 134 handle. Out of this, if I can catch just 34 handle, I don't need anything else. So I will wait all of this fall. If it really would love to go for this sell side liquidity, then I'll wait for all of this fall, and then like all of this fall until here, then come back here. I'll start to look for sell by thinking that out of 134 handle, can I catch at least 30 handle, 34 handle, 20 handle, 25 handle. that is gonna make me profitable. So I will do like that way. Otherwise, I'm really extremely bullish. I marked that FVG over here around this area from the hourly chart. Was thinking prior to 9:30 this market is going to trade this one. Okay, so I was not sure that this is gonna close. As it has closed above this FVG, I'm not interested about this FVG anymore, so I'm gonna remove it from my chart. I was just thinking prior to 9:30 market is just going to trade this last FVG, so I can look for my bias today, or I can be very confident to look for the buy as long as this market is above this gap. But as prior to 9:30 it has broken this gap, I have no intention to mark this gap anymore from the hourly chart. And from the hourly chart, I don't have any other gap over here which I can use. Of course, we have this volume imbalance, which is weekly or new week opening gap. Of course, this is a good resistance. You should not go any short of buy as long as it's below this area. However, this is an week that has traded this gap, took all this liquidity. Previously this market perfectly respected from that week, and then it has broken that week. So I'm interested to use this as a fake breakout, and I would love to look for any sort of buying opportunity as long as this market is above the constant crossment of that same week old week. Okay, that week has been we should use as a support. I would love to use it as a re-support, or a reclaimed way, like that way. It is just for my studying. I'm just adding this. You don't need to think about that. I'm just observing that things. Okay, can I use it as a in re quadrant, something like that? Can I use it or not? Just an experiment, nothing else. However, from the hourly chart, this is that extreme buy side liquidity. Market came here, which is the for our last FVC. If you come over here in your hourly chart, you will see the same thing around that area, which is the last FVC, but price is a bit messy, so I didn't mark anything over here. After clearing the buy side liquidity, market fall, give me the market structure shift, traded this hourly last FVC. Consequent crossment has perfectly respected. Most of the time I keep saying one thing, and I hope some of you actually notice that, and it's called constant encroachment rejection, lower rejection. This is a good or the great example of these things: constant encroachment rejection, lower rejection. Now, in while I'm trading, I'm not able to look all of these things all together because I have just one monitor. If you have multiple monitor, and you can open this higher time frame, at least 15-minute chart, hourly chart, and daily chart, these three chart, if you can open them and keep opening them on one extra monitor or some other monitor, it will give you a highly precise information that will change a lot of your trading style. This three time frame, daily just for if you have something over there from the daily chart, hourly something that it is important for you, and always the 15-minute chart. Okay, if you can open all of them, that's gonna change a lot for your trading, trust me. However, this is that hourly gap, and as well as this highest up close body close candle, while this market actually fall and retraced to this hourly bearish gap, which is the last FVC as well. The highest up close body close candle has been validated as an order block, traded that order block, fall again, took the liquidity, failed to take that extreme low. In the meantime, before clearing this extreme low, it just came to this hourly, what to say, the last FBC, built that relatively equal lows, as well as you have seen the reaction from the 4-hour order block here, 4-hour order block. So beautifully it has been respected from there. Market is going higher. Coming back to 15-minute chart, from the 15-minute chart, same kind of scenario. This is the extreme buy side liquidity from the 4-hour chart, hourly chart. You have seen below this extreme buy side liquidity, I have this buy side liquidity over here around that area, this high and that high. They're the relatively equal highs. This is the daily FVG, this is the 4-hour last FVG. Let me change the color. Yeah, this is the 4-hour last FVG, this is the daily last FVG around here. Then market built that liquidity, fall, 50-minute last FVG, traded the low, entry FVG, traded the low of this FVG. Then this is an inverse FVG, the highest FVG that has been perfectly respected over here. Fall from there, cleared that liquidity on Friday evening. I was just interested to see this liquidity to be cleared, but market actually opened below this low over here, just below that low, respected that quadrant level of that week, went higher one more time, traded that new week opening gap, then fall dramatically, came back again. The 15-minute last FVC has been traded, order block, mean threshold of the order block. So this is the mean threshold of this order block from 50-minute chart and order block over here from the 15-minute chart, which has traded previously. That low has traded the 50-minute last FVG. As you can see here, this is the daily, sorry, 4-hour order block. I think so. What is that? Just let me remember. What is that line? Yeah, that is the 4-hour order block. I'm just gonna remove it from my minute chart. So this is the from the 15-minute chart that has traded the 15-minute order block, which is my bellwether. I really don't care about what happened in hourly chart, 4-hour chart. I really don't care about them. I care about 15-minute chart. Do I have any sort of precision over there? However, you can see here, market first came to this order block, retracement, fall one more time, traded the 50% of the lowest down close body close candle or the order block from 15-minute chart, which is here, that has traded this last FBG. Previously market went higher without building any sort of order block, then come back again, fall here, lowest down close body close candle, which is an order block, high of this order block, 50% of this order block, these two line you are watching right now. So you have seen that it has clearly trading that order block, and the mean threshold of this order block started to go higher right now. This is the last FBG from 15-minute chart, which is aligned with this new week opening gap. This is the opening of Sunday and Friday close. This is the new week opening gap. I really would love to see if it can go through this. Unfortunately, from 15-minute chart, I really don't have any buy side liquidity. So that is why taking buy is highly risky for me. I have no idea how I can take the buy, as I don't have any sort of direction or the end line. That means I don't have any buy side liquidity. Even though my bias is bullish, I'm not able to trade this market. Prior to 9:30, this is the gap market is going to trade around here. This is going to be traded. So if I am bullish, I have to wait for this gap to be broken to take the buy. If the market starts to fall from here, that's a good opportunity to take the sell for short period of some sort of sell side liquidity. Okay, so maybe there is some kind of sell side liquidity from 15-minute chart that can be the target from 15-minute chart for a short period of time as a reaction from the last FBG. Even if it doesn't want to go higher, it can give me some sort of reaction from the FVG prior to 9:30. So this gap is very important to me, and this gap, which is just a bullish gap, is also important. That means if I would love to take the buy, when it will come to this bullish PD array, I'll start to look for the buy until the low of this 50-minute gap or the constant crossman, and when it will be broken, I'll start to look for the buy again. Right now I'm in a no man's land. That means I have no idea what is going to happen. I have to depend on the market to show me some sort of uh like confidence to go for either buy or sell. In the meantime, this is the intermediate term buy or internal buy side liquidity, internal sell side liquidity. Don't get confused, this is gonna be very clean from when I'll be in 1 minute chart. Just don't worry about that. Sell side liquidity, buy side liquidity, not the extreme one, not extreme sell side liquidity, not extreme sell side buy side liquidity, internal buy side liquidity, internal sell side liquidity. As you can see in this range, specific range, this is the equilibrium. As long as this market is not going to go above this equilibrium, there is low probability market will go for this buy side liquidity. As long as this market is below this equilibrium, there is a high probability this market will fall and take this sell side liquidity, which is an internal liquidity. Now that is the reason I'm just confused what is going to happen. If I would love to take the sell over here, what I have to do, I have to see the reaction from the 50-minute gap, which is last FBG prior to 9:30 FBG, as well as the last FBG. So I have to wait for this FBG, which is the bullish FBG, to be broken, and it should be respected, something like this. For example, I'm just looking for buy, sorry, sell. It has to come over here, which it has done. I really don't like exactly low rejection. I really don't like it. That if it is bearish, okay, if some of you are bearish, something like that. I'm not bearish, but if any of you are bearish, it should do this thing here. We are not doing anything over here, nothing closed below this. Why I'm expecting this leg? Because it perfectly respecting from the low. I don't like that perfect respect from the low. I never like it. So it will either go a bit higher maximum until the equilibrium if it is bearish, or it can just trade the lower quadrant of this low and the equilibrium of this gap, the 50%, okay, in between this gap. It can just simply trade over there, or maximum to the 50% or upper quadrant, wherever it will go. and then it will close below this gap. After that, I will start to look for sell from any sort of bearish period from that area. Either I will use this gap, which is an old gap, or I will use any sort of PDRA which is market going to create around that leg, and then I'll look for some sort of sell side liquidity if I have some from my lower time frame. As long as this is not going to close below this gap, no sell is valid to me. I'll keep looking for the buying opportunity. But if it doesn't do that, instead of that, it just did that, it is also enough, more than enough for to look for the sell. But if it happens and market is bearish, that's going to be the high probability. I'm not bearish, I'm not looking for sell as long as this exact thing is not going to happen. If this exact thing happened, I will maybe switch my bias. I will start to look for sell. Otherwise, I will keep looking for the buying opportunity. That means whenever this market is coming to this gap, I will start to look for a buying opportunity at least until the 50%. Then I will wait for this gap to be broken, keep looking for more buying opportunity until the equilibrium. Then if the equilibrium is broken, then I will start to look for this internal buy side liquidity. Of course, this is not going to happen by today. It will take more time. I think the whole week it will take to either to go for this sell side liquidity, which is over here, or to go for the buy side liquidity. Now, when I'll be in 1 minute chart, everything is gonna be clean. There will be nothing. But for now, I'm gonna remove this line over here, that line. For now, from the 15-minute chart, and if I would love to trade over here, I have to gamble over there. Why I have to gamble? The main reason is, look from the 15-minute chart. There is no sell side liquidity. Now you can say, brother, you have the sell side liquidity over here. What is the distance between the current price and the sell side liquidity? It's kind of $385. Sorry, 5 handle. It's a big run. Okay, I really don't wanna target this type of liquidity from 15-minute chart, which is the extreme liquidity. From my higher time frame, this is the extreme liquidity, but from the 15-minute chart, it's the extreme liquidity. I never appreciate to target the extreme liquidity. If I had some sort of sell side liquidity, for example, this low and that low, they have built some sort of sell side liquidity, then maybe I could start to look for sell. If that happened, the same thing I told, if that happened, I could look for that type of sell. As I don't have that, I can't look for that. At the same time, if you can see here, every single one is a single swing high. There is not even a single relatively equal highs. That means even though I'm bullish, I can't look for any sort of buy, as I don't have any sort of buy side liquidity. That is why I'm saying this is the no man's land. Either the market has to build the liquidity, then it has to give me opposite run to go toward that liquidity, or this market has to keep going higher or lower. I have to keep missing the trade, or I have to keep leaving the trade without pushing the button. I have to wait for that. Those people who are patient enough, I hope they will be grateful by today's session to understand when you should not trade and when you should wait for the trade, when you are going to expect a trade, and how long you should just keep looking, keep reading the market without taking the trades. So I hope this is gonna be clear by today's live streaming. I'll try my level best. Okay, so now this is the 1 minute chart, and as you can see here, this is the 1 minute chart. I'm gonna remove this gap, and I'll keep it. Actually, I'll just remove it from my 1 minute time frame over here. And on my right hand side, as you can see here, this is that 15-minute chart. All of these markings are over here, around this area over here. I'm gonna just remove this volume imbalance, daily volume imbalance. Remember, as long as this is not going to close below this volume imbalance, below this volume imbalance, I'm just not bearish. I'll keep looking for the buy. It is from the daily chart. Let me show you one more time from the daily chart so that you can understand what I mean to say. Here, as long as this market is not going to close below this volume imbalance, this daily volume imbalance is not my interest over here. If the daily candle close below this volume imbalance one more time, maybe I'll start to look for the daily volume imbalance because of the sell side liquidity I have shown you from my lower time frame. However, this that same volume imbalance, when I'm in 15-minute chart, you're seeing this box over here. This is that volume imbalance. I'm just gonna make it a bit darker so you can just remember. Okay, no, not bit darker, bit light, so that you can understand this, that volume imbalance over here, under this area. New week opening gap high, new week opening gap low. As we have some other new week opening gap, for example, this is this week new week opening gap, February 1st. Okay, high, and the low of this new week opening gap over here. And as you can see, it's a bit messy over here. Just I'll mark this box to understand this is my higher time frame, very very higher time frame, that's gonna decide, or that's gonna give me the insight to either switch my bias to bearish or to look for the keep looking for the buying opportunity. This box is gonna determine that for me. Okay, so on my right hand side, that is that area, and on my left hand side is the 1 minute chart, and from the 1 minute chart I will first look for the sell side liquidity that you can see over here. This clean sell side liquidity from 1 minute chart, I'm gonna remove it because that is the sell side liquidity from yesterday. Okay, so from Friday, that was the low, that has been cleared already. I don't need that one anymore. That's the, sorry, why is that? That is the sell side liquidity so far from the market, and I'll look for the buy side liquidity which I have around this area from the 1 minute chart. I'll just mark that buy side liquidity as well here. This is from 1 minute chart. Remember, 1 minute chart liquidity is not the liquidity for you to target. So you can't just target the 1 minute liquidity. You will just mark it to understand, am I looking for sell or buy, what I'm looking for. For example, here if it happens like this is that bullish gap, so market first went higher, take that liquidity from 15 minute chart, as well as it trade that 15 minute last FBZ low, which is not good to look for. It will go until the equilibrium, which is the 50%, or maybe the lower quadrant of that whole gap. Then it closed below this gap around this area on my right hand side, then started to go higher. As long as it is below this 50% of this gap, this dashed line, I'll start to look for sell for this sell side liquidity. So my target will be this sell side liquidity from this 50 minute here, that gap. So it's gonna be like something like here I'm entered, and I'm gonna close the trade around this area, which is 33 handle. That's gonna be my target if that happened over here. If it doesn't happen, instead of that, this market actually fall first, take that liquidity, closed inside this gap, then maybe I'll start to look for buy again. Okay, so 9:30 is going to approach. I'm not going to mark the regular trading hour because, oh, I have to mark it. So let's wait to mark the regular trading hour to see if there is any insight or not. I'm gonna mark the bottom, the closing of Friday. Let's see where is the going to the open. 1 minute left. 2 seconds. Yeah, there is the opening. Wow, what a guess. Oh man. Okay, here. This is the opening gap. I'm gonna mark it bold. Electronic trading hour. Market is going higher. Let's see, that is the opening gap. As well as it's trading this new weak opening gap over here. At the upper quadrant of the opening gap. Let's see. No, don't try to chase this leg. Don't try to chase this leg. It's just 100 handle candle. Don't try to chase it. Went higher, gap down, went higher. All the people who wanted to take the sell, they got stopped out over here. Almost every short of buy side liquidity has been cleared, and market has traded this last FBZ from 1 minute chart. Now, can the market fall and take that sell side liquidity before going higher, or does it want to keep going higher? We have to wait for that type of confirmation right now. Just remember, I am bullish, but depending on the market, if I feel like this sell side liquidity is gonna be cleared at first, then market will go higher. I'll look for that sell. This market has zero possibility to fall for this sell side liquidity. That means if it starts to go higher, I can't target this sell side liquidity. I can't keep that in my mind. Oh, there was the liquidity that market left, so market will fall first and then it will take that. No, I don't need to think like that way. As I am bullish, I can keep looking for the buying opportunity. I don't need to worry about anything else. Over here I have some liquidity as well from 1 minute chart, so I'm gonna mark them as well. Is here. Market has closed the opening gap 100%, so I'm gonna remove the opening gap from my chart. I don't need that opening gap anymore. This is the new week opening gap high. This is the old week opening gap high. Last barricade that can stop the market and send it lower again. It has cleared almost every single buy side liquidity. Came to this leg, trade that last FVG. First it trade this last FVG, went for this liquidity here, traded that gap around here from 1 minute chart. I think there is no other gap above this gap which is unused. Actually I have this one around here. Okay, we'll see. We have news around 10, so please make sure that you're not going to trade any kind of entry, you're not going to take any trade before 10 a.m. New York local time. You have to let the market trade until 10 a.m., then you will start trading. In the meantime, if there is one of the best model you have seen ever in your life, and that the setup is just arranged you, okay, to take entry, don't go for that. Why is that? Because most of the time what happens, that PDRA will start to react and it will start to consolidate until 10, and then around 10 sudden move will stop you out, then it will go for that to your liquidity. Sometimes your stop loss is not gonna save you, okay, so your stop loss was 200 handle $200, and then when you got stopped out, you have seen that it's $2000 loss because of the volatility, red folder news volatility. However, while the market went higher, has built the highest FVG so far. I'm gonna mark that FVG around that area. Market has cleared the buy side liquid, so I'm gonna remove that short term or the internal buy side liquid from 1 minute chart as well. And this is the bullish FVG over here. Would love to see. From 15 minute chart, it's respecting the high of the new week opening gap. Friday close and Sunday open. This Sunday open. This is the high of the new week opening gap that's been respecting from the 15 minute chart yet. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button. Actually, how many likes did I get? 153 people are watching, 45 likes. Make it 80 likes. Then I'll go back to the chart. Otherwise, you can. I really appreciate if you leave the stream. I'll keep it until it's not 80 likes. Make it 80 likes, please, guys. I believe that out of 154 people, at least 90 people is my subscriber. At least 90 people. These 90 people should should push the like button. So I will. In the meantime, I'll just go through this one more time as more people have joined. But I just mentioned you guys here. If you click on here to this post around here, Sophia has started this poll. Make sure that you have voted over here. It's about our discipline challenge where you don't need to pay anything. You have to have a Profirm account, challenge account, and then I will show you all the rules. The purpose of this challenge is to show you the differences in between discipline and indisciplined trader. So when you will join over here, you will be forced to follow some rules to be disciplined, and then maybe after 1 month when you will pass that account, and then you will start to notice that you don't need to be disciplined for being profitable, indisciplined for being profitable trader. So it's gonna be like for your own changing to, for your own eyes to open. I hope you guys will be able to. You don't need to pay me anything, it's absolutely free. But if you don't join to this poll, I am afraid that you will miss the entry. You are not going to get the invitation link. Okay, so make sure that you are here and you have voted over here to the low. I just mentioned it, everyone here. You can just click on that. It will bring you over here. Did I get? No, I need still 4 more likes. Give me 4 more likes before going back to the chart. Otherwise, I'll let everything go. And every day I'm gonna do that. Give me 4 more likes, guys, please. And you can join over here through that Discord link to the pinned comment. If you click on that link, you'll be able to join through that link. And please vote over here. I really would love to see how many of you are really interested about that discipline challenge. Okay, so this is all for free. Even you don't need to be the subscriber of our channel. Even if you don't. 1 more like, guys. Okay, now I got 80 likes. Finally. Thank you. Kind of hijacking. Okay, so this is the 50-minute candle. It's just bullish. Okay. I need to see if I have some sort of things over here to use as a bearish period. No, I don't have any. I have nothing over there. Nothing over here. Just the order block. So just mark this order block open. Send it to my right. This candle has traded this FVG over here. The FVG from 50-minute chart here. Order block open. Just mark the open. Send it to my right to see how it is going to work over there. As you can see, it didn't trade here. In the meantime, it has built another gap over here. So I'm gonna move this gap from here to the highest bullish gap while it is trading the 15-minute bearish order block. I'm just making sure that market is not bearish, it's bullish. It's according to my direction. As the market left some sort of liquidity over here, didn't clear. Let me see if it has cleared that from yes. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. There is no SMT as well. So yeah, this market can fall one more time for that liquidity. So I have to be very careful about that. If I find any sort of selling opportunity for this sell side liquidity, I'll try to take that. No trade is valid before 10 a.m. New York local time. As I don't have the buy side liquidity, I can't look for the quadrant level over here. Okay. As I don't have the buy side liquidity. If I would love to look for the premium and discount, how you will go over here. For example, it has first traded the higher time frame PDRA, which is the 50-minute order block over here. As you can see over there, that is the 50-minute order block has been traded over here. I will look for the liquidity low here. It doesn't need to clear that low. It's the dealing range low. It doesn't need to clear the low for being a dealing range. Dealing range start from the liquidity, ends while it has the highest, I mean, liquidity high or clean liquidity or building liquidity. Either it has to clear the liquidity or it has to build the liquidity to mark the dealing range. So here this is the highest high so far. Okay, I'll just adjust it with the candle. If it go above that high one more time, the highest FVG is over here, which I called as a first FVG. This is the equilibrium. That means if this market would love to keep going higher, it can either to go from here, it can go from here, it can go from here. There is nothing wrong. But after coming here, if it come here at first, while it will come around that area, then I will look for the highest high and the low while it will start to retrace, and then I will look for the quadrant level of that specific leg. And I will never expect this market to go to the deep premium area before clearing this sell side liquidity. If it come to this deep premium, that means this leg, that leg sent the market to the deep discounted, and now it came here, market will start to keep going higher, like keep going higher, something like that by here. So this is the area to wait, find out any sort of opportunity. And you know how a gap is going to be important, is going to be very important to me. How a gap can be very important to me. I will mark this quadrant level again, okay, while the market will close finally and closed below this gap. I'll try to mark this quadrant level again. Until then, I'll just let it go. No chasing market, no buy. Even though my bias is bullish, I can't look for any sort of buy right now, as it's called the chasing market. I'm not interested to chase any sort of things. I'll let the market first decide what it's going to do, and then I'll try to join to that run when market maker will start to run. The good thing is we have the news around 10, so we are not in rush to go for a trade over here. If it build the relatively equal highs and then start to fall, that is also acceptable, because when the market is going to engineer the liquidity, as I don't have the buy side liquidity, so it's going to engineer the liquidity and then it will fall. That means later market will go for that engineered new buy side liquidity. That's going to give us some sort of buying opportunity, because our bias is bullish and we'd love to look for some sort of buying opportunity. As we don't have the liquidity, we can't look for any sort of buy setup right now. Okay, just remember that in your mind. If you ask me what is my expectation right now, my expectation, this market will fall and it will clear this sell side liquidity, more importantly that sell side liquidity if it can, and then if it would love to go higher, that's going to be beautiful. Okay, that's going to be the highest beautiful things over here. Even if it fail to fall for this sell side liquidity, it will at least come to this uh, last FVG and then it will retrace from there. This is the only thing that will give me a buying opportunity. If this market fall here, that is the only area where, for example, first of all, this is a bullish market. If it is a bullish market, this is the only area where I can look for a buying opportunity right now, until now. Okay, but later this low will be validate as a liquidity. I'll look for that later, but right now my intention to see this market to fall at least over here. More importantly, if it can clear this sell side liquidity, that sell side liquidity, before going higher. 50-minute candle has closed above the new week opening gap high, which is over here from the new week opening gap high. So is this a fake breakout or is this a breakout? Market would love to go higher now. That is going to be defined by this new 15-minute candle. If it really sweeping the liquidity and fake breakout, it will close inside this zone again, inside this new week opening gap again. That will give me the priority to look for this sell side liquidity, that sell side liquidity, more importantly for this area. If this 50-minute candle again close inside this zone, remember this line is the order block, bearish order block from 15-minute chart, the last ptr in my opinion, that is holding the market. Let me show you this one more time. 15-minute bearish gap after clearing the buy side liquidity here. See, this buy side liquidity relatively equal highs has been cleared. Market trade this area around here, fall, market structure shift, fair value gap, trade that fair value gap, highest up close body close candle as an order block, trade that order block, market fall, cleared almost every short of sell side liquidity, build a new sell side liquidity over here, which is not prominent, but still that is sell side liquidity. And now it came back again to retest this order block. This is the last F, is it, I could use this last FBC if the body sorry, if the gap was not closed by the body. As the market gap is closed by the body, I'm just not looking for the last FBC. Instead of that, I'm just watching this 50-minute order block to see does it have any power to stop the market, send it lower again. If you ever get lost, go to your 1 minute chart, look for the last swing high, what it has done. Look on your left, does it build any sort of relatively equal highs over here, or did it clear the relatively equal highs, traded some sort of fair value gap or something? If you see it has built the liquidity, then wait for that liquidity to be cleared before falling. If you see it has traded the fair value gap and took the liquidity, didn't build the liquidity, then you can start to think about some sort of reversal. So in my opinion, above here, I have this buy side liquidity as well here. That is the extreme buy side liquidity in my opinion. Is inside this 1 minute last FVG, which is still valid 1 minute last. This is from 1 minute chart, okay? And the highest FVG has been traded with the water block. You can just look for that water block as well if you want. I'm just gonna keep that last FVG over there. If it trade over here, of course it can do that. Otherwise, it doesn't need to go over here as it is trading the water block from that last FVG market has previously created. Highest bullish FVG market tap over here to this bullish FVG, came to the higher time frame PDRF, which is the water block around here. You can see from the 15-minute chart. If the market closed below this gap, there could be a high probable selling opportunity from here if it happens after 10 a.m. If it is after 10 a.m., I'll try to frame the sell. Until now, I'll try to frame the sell from this gap. Tap here, took the liquidity, trade the higher time frame point of interest. If it do that, that's a high probable selling opportunity. And I will always try to catch a partial while it will reach to this FVG over here, onto that area. All I have to do wait until 10 a.m. New York local time for to let the data release at first. So 11 more minutes I have to wait. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel if you are new. I'm very near to, let me show you this actually. I hope it will show. Um, yeah, 11,673 subscriber. I just would love, I'm very near to 12,000 subscribers. So whoever is interested to subscribe to our channel, it will be highly appreciated. Everything in this channel is absolutely for free. You don't need to think about paying me something, never ever. It's gonna be free. But all you have to do, you have to come back again and again. At least you have to give me 3 months regularly. Then I promise you'll never leave me alone. You will come back. You'll keep coming back. I will convince you by the price action, and you won't be the same person again after 3 months staying with us. Just make sure you are with us in our Discord. Absolutely free again, guys. Last year I predicted you to get 12,000 subscribers by end of 2025. It's okay. I'm only off by a few months. Absolutely, brother. But yeah, I'm really happy because at least it was 11,500, something like that, I guess. Good morning, Blum. How are you, man? Cool. It's true. I come back all the time. Thank you, hey, for saying that, man. Okay, it has cleared that bicyclically the last FBC is also broken, so market is extremely bullish. I'm not able to catch this market, unfortunately. I'm gonna remove this last FBC from my 1 minute chart. I can't use this last FBC to take the buy just because I don't have any other buy side liquidity above this high. So I can't look for any sort of buying opportunity as well from this last FBC. I'm gonna remove it from my chart and I'll see that the 50-minute order block has been broken or not. This is the high of this 50-minute order block that has been broken already, so I don't need to mark this order block. Don't need to keep it over there, and I have to wait. I can't touch this market. See these candles, I can't touch this market. Whoever is interested to go for the trade, please go for that. I don't have any high time frame PT. I'll just keep. Okay, it has some portion is open, so I can send it to my right. See if the last FBC is interested to stop the market, because some portion is still open. I thought it's been closed 100%, but it's actually not closed by 100%. Yeah, there is a small portion is still open. Body didn't close the gap 100%. I can use this gap really, as long as it's not going to make a swing low. This is going to be my highest FBZ, or I will treat this FBZ as a first FBZ. If it build a swing low and then take that high, then I will move this here to here, the way I moved it from here to here. Hello Tito, I have joined the challenge account. Sorry if missed, if you explained it already, what exactly is the plan? Thank you. No, I didn't explain it. I just told I'm interested to see how many of you are interested to join. It's gonna be only invite only. So depending on this area, whoever is going to vote over here, I'll invite them, I think. So if you didn't join over here, there will be a chance to miss this trade. It's absolutely free, but you have to have a prof from challenge account. Okay, Sophia has already explained it over here. But the rules, everything, I'll just explain it when it will be the right time. But it's just the purpose of this challenge is to show you the differences in between disciplined trader and indisciplined trader. So of course we are indisciplined trader. You can't say that I'm a disciplined trader. Most of us are the indisciplined trader. So my intention to show you, if you are a disciplined trader, what is going to happen, and then you will decide, do you want to be a disciplined trader or do you want to keep doing what you are doing right now. Good morning, Khurshid. NAP this Friday, making today's price action smooth. Yes, brother, that is also something ICT think told long time ago. NAP Monday is almost very good, almost every time. NAP Monday is really so good. But this is one-sided run and market is just bullish. I'm not able to touch this market. 6 minutes to go before the news. So let's see how the news is going to react. If it doesn't take any sort of liquidity, I won't be able to take any sort of buy. So for taking buy, I need to wait for some sort of liquidity to be cleared. Without that, I can't look for any sort of buy. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel, whoever is new over here. All together, we are going to build a kingdom where every single one of us will be the king and queen. Nobody will ever dare to talk to us. I'm just gonna mark it to see if it can take that high. If it take that high, this is gonna be my highest FBZ, which is the first FBZ. I really don't wanna see that high will be taken. I really don't wanna see that. Let's see. Is there anyone who is in a trade right now? Just asking, okay? Just asking. Is there anyone who is in a trade right now? No, I was earlier, now waiting for a setup. That's cool. Not yet. Okay. I'm happy, brother. You are not in a trade. If you have, brother, wait for the news around 10. Don't try to take the entry. Don't try to take that risk. After the data release, you are good to go. And this is just called chasing market. If you would love to take the buy here, you're going to chase the market. If you try to take the sell here, you're going to try to pick the top, which you should not do. Never ever try to pick the top or the bottom. If you are a turtle soup trader, that's a different case. I don't know how to trade the turtle soup. But if you're not a turtle soup trader, let it go. I'm sure Tony's long. He's awesome, brother. He's awesome. He's continuously doing that. Awesome, brother. Will you say that relative equal highs on 50 minutes is this where my buy side marked that relatively has the matter of the path? What did you say? I'm bullish, but I'm not bullish right now. Of course, Sophia. Of course. Of course they can. Uh if you have the funded account, okay? So for example, you have 567 funded account. You don't need to join to that challenge account. Brother, it's gonna be your own trading, but there will be some specific rules. That rules you have to follow if you submit an account over there. Now it can't be the paper trade, because paper trade you will feel nothing. So I need you to feel the things. That's why I'm saying to join with either the challenge account. If you want to join through the funded account, yeah, you are always welcome. No problem with that as well. Come on. Yes. So yeah, of course you can join through your funded account. So this is the last candle before the news. Let's see how the news is going to react. Okay, this gap is my first FBG, not that gap. I just marked it to see if this high can be cleared. Okay, just because of that I have marked it. None of this gap is important for me. None of this gap is important for me right now. This is the news candle. I don't see any volatility yet, but it's okay. You don't know when you are going to get the volatility and when there is no volatility. Either way, you have to let this go. No, it didn't clear the buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. It has cleared the buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. This high has been cleared over here by a shallow run, which can be engineered buy side liquidity, in other word, unfinished business, or in other word, obvious liquidity for later use. It can do that. So news is gone. Now we are allowed to go for trade. If I would love to take the buy, I have to wait for some sort of liquidity to be cleared at first. So I can't take the buy right now. I have to look for a selling opportunity at first until the most obvious low hanging fruit. So I have to look for that. If I get that, I'll try to catch that reaction at least, and then I'll go for the real bias or the buying opportunity. First, my intention to see, can I take a sell. This gap, I can't use it either. I mean, right now I can't use this gap to take either sell or buy. I have to wait. As I told, never ever 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 trust this gap. Never ever do that. By the way, if you are, I mean, looking for the inverse gap and this is your perfect inverse gap, then you can go for the trade. I don't have any problem with that. Or maybe you are bullish, you would love to take the buy, go for that. Whatever you would love to do, you can do that. I have nothing to do until now. Okay, I'll just keep waiting. But all I know now, I can go for a trade. That's all I know. Just the one thing, I won't be able to join here to this run if it starts to go higher again, because I don't have any buy side liquidity. As I don't have any buy side liquidity, I won't be able to join to that buy run. I have to wait for this market to fall first, take some sort of liquidity, then I'll be able to join to the buy run. Until then, I'm not able to join to the buy run. If this high is taken, this gap is not important. Instead of that, this gap is gonna be the most important gap for me. I'm just watching, can it make any sort of SMT over here or not. So guys, let's wait a bit more. That's it. That time. Okay. There is no SMT. You need to think about that. And this gap is now is the highest important gap to me. Instead of this gap, this is gonna be my target over here. That's gonna be the target. If I can find a selling opportunity for a short period of time for catching the reaction, I can target this gap right now. I just can't join to this party because market didn't clear any sell side liquidity. As long as it's not clearing the sell side liquidity, I'm not able to join to the party. Even though bias is bullish, I don't care. I have to wait for some sort of retracement at first. Whoever would love to chase the market, you're always welcome, brother. Hmm. Please let me know at the same time if you are in a trade, okay? I don't have any opportunity yet to enter into a trade. I have to wait. Who is in a trade? Who is in a buy? I know some of you are in a buy. Let me know that. And those people who wanna wait for with me, guys are welcome. I really don't have anything to do over here without watching this market. I can't take the buy, I can't take the sell. I can't do anything over here. I have to just watch the market. Mm, yeah, I don't have any unfilled opening gap as well. See, check one more time. Yeah, I have the first unfilled gap is over here, which is this small portion, which is inside this gap. So I don't need to worry about that right now. I don't need to worry about that. I have some sell side liquidity here. This is relatively equal lows, beautiful sell side liquidity around that area. And the market is over here right now. Yep, I'm not interested to look any sort of buy over here. It's a deep premium area for me. I can't go for the buy from here. You can just go for that. Daily fair value gap going to hit inversion fair value gap. Okay, important area to watch. Absolutely, brother. It's an important area to watch. I'm not in a trade. Awesome, brother. Dugar, that's awesome, brother. There was a wizard who once said that patience is equal power. Hey, RP, how are you, brother? It's been a long man. RP, please join to that challenge, discipline challenge, brother, if you can. I'll just mark this quadrant level later if I think it's gonna important then. Good afternoon, Khalid. How are you, sir? Brother, you were missing all the buy. I was what? Anybody can tell me that what was my bias? Who can tell me that? What was my bias? Good evening, MD Tanmoy. Who was with me from the beginning? Who can tell me that what was my bias? It was bull. Absolutely, brother. Thank you so much. But unfortunately, I can't enter over here. This is the differences between taking entry and changing the market. If the market didn't clear the liquidity, I was not interested to enter into this market. For example, it has fall, cleared that low, trade this gap, started to go higher. I'm already in a trade. However, I don't have any buy side liquidity. Like I have the buy side liquidity over here. It's actually too far. From here to here, it's too far. For now, I can't maybe after closing. This is 1 minute liquidity. From 15-minute chart, my nearest buy side liquidity is over here. That is my nearest buy side liquidity from 15-minute chart. And this buy side liquidity is actually from 1 minute chart. So if it can close above this 1 minute last FBZ, I will start to think about a buy after closing the last FBZ. Until then, I'm not looking for that buy or something like that. So this should be broken, because above this gap I have the buy side liquidity. Otherwise, I don't have any target. So if I would love to take the buy, I will have no way to take that buy. This is the last FVZ from the 1 minute chart, as you can see over here. See this last FVZ around here. This is the only FVZ below this buy side liquidity over here. All of this buy side liquidity below this is the last FVZ. So if this is broken, then I will start to think about a buy from this last FVZ. Otherwise, this is the last line that can stop the market, send it lower. The last line is over here. So after breaking the last bearish PDRA, I will try to take the buy without clearing the liquidity. As long as it's not going to break the last PDRA, I'm not interested to take the buy without clearing any sort of sell side liquidity. The last PDRA has to be broken before going for a buy without clearing the sell side liquidity. The last PDRA, the highest importance of the last FVZ. Body has to close above this last FVZ, then it can't close below the constant encroachment of that last FVZ. That's the rules to take that entry from the last FVZ for the buy side liquidity. So I'm going to frame my first trade for today. I just don't know it's gonna happen or not. If it close one tick above this gap, I'll take the buy over here by covering the gap is here. This gap, by just covering this gap, target is this buy side liquidity over here. The first body will close one tick above this gap, will take the buy. The body doesn't close, this buy is not valid. Remember, this is the last period that can stop the market, send it lower. Can I take a sell from here? There is no way to take a sell from there. At least not for me. If you have some, go for that. For taking sell, I need to wait for a lot of PDRs to create over here. Then I can take a sell. So if I would love to trade here, this is my only opportunity to go for a trade. Any sort of swing low, brother. Even this swing low is enough, more than enough for clearing the liquidity. Any short of swing low should be cleared. Until now, there is not even a single swing low has been cleared. Not even a single swing low has been cleared. So this is a one-sided run, and we are not interested to enter into a one-sided run, except this last FVZ. 10,000, 9 times it's gonna happen from the last FVZ. Take entry in the deep premium area. If it give me that, okay? So I will wait for that thing to happen, then we'll go for the trade. Thursday 8 p.m. there is a fair value gap on the 15-minute without a body closing to it. Do you consider it? It's a no wick candle. I didn't know that. What is that? Thursday 8 p.m. 8. What is that? I don't know. I don't know that it will take me or not. But if it takes me, I'll go for this trade. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. If it takes me, I'll try to take a partial around 1:1, and then I'll try to hold the trade for this buy side liquidity. That should be the entry. It will load actually. This is gonna be the partial. Depending on the last FBZ, not even a single body should close below the consonant crossment. 10,009 times this is gonna happen. Unfortunately, the time is not absolutely right. I think I can, if I could, if this setup could create around 10:25, that could be much more better. So I have to wait for another 4 to 5 minutes. I have to wait for getting my partial. 4 to 5 minutes. I have to wait. By the same time, I will move my stop loss bit lower if I see it started to retrace, because I have to cover this gap, small gap over here. I have to cover that gap, this gap. The candle has built this gap as well as the gap over here, just the opening of this gap. If I see it started to retrace without clearing my partial, I'll start to move my stop loss a bit below, maybe here somewhere. Other than I got the partial, stop loss is to the break even, and now I'll hold my trade for the buy side liquidity, which is over here. I think until there, okay. Here, I'm not going to target the extreme liquidity, just going to close it over here by putting the stop loss to the break even. Lowest down close body close candle, a beautiful order block. It can come back again to trade this order block, then start to go higher. Stop loss below this order block is the most beautiful area, but I don't want to take that risk. Would love to keep it to the break even, and we'll try to take re-entry if it really would love to go higher. Later we'll see that, but right now make sure that your stop loss is at the break even. That's all. It can come back again to trade this order block for the last time before going for this buy side liquidity. This gap, I have no value to this gap. That means if this market fall, it will fall to trade this order block. I'll look for the order block, not that gap, not this gap. If it fall, if it would love to trade that order block. testing from there. Let's see, build a swing low. As you can see here, the swing low, fall, take that liquidity, trade that order block, start to go higher. Best case of scenario. It doesn't need to do that, but if you do that, that's the awesome thing. I don't need to worry about, think about trailing the stop loss. If it doesn't do that, means it didn't fall, cleared that low, didn't trade this order block. I have to be very careful while I will start to think about the trailing drawdown. I mean, it's trailing stop loss. I have to wait for the candle close above this high before trailing my stop loss. If it doesn't do that, like this thing, if it doesn't happen, first thing I want to see the body close above the lower quadrant of that wick. That is the first thing I want to see. So while it is falling, I'm not thinking that I'm gonna get a stop out. I'm watching, can it trade that order block and then start to go higher again. That's all I'm watching over here. My stop loss has covered the 50% of this order block, so I think it will be safe if this market really would love to keep going higher. Till there is an unfinished business, market didn't trade that order block yet. Can fall more. If it fall more, that's better, because then we'll be able to trail the stop loss without even closing above that weak high. So now it's time to get the speed, like the speed is gonna come very soon. Within 10 minutes, the next 10 candle should give me the speed. If it would love to take the liquidity, trade this order block, then start to go higher with the speed, it's gonna happen within next 10 candle. If it would love to fall more, to take more liquidity, to trade more discounted area, that's also going to happen within next 9 candle. I mean, this 9 candle is very crucial to me, very important to me. Fall a bit more. Let me trail the stop, man. Come on, seriously. Okay, it stopped me out actually. I got stopped out to the break even. Did that order block. I was afraid of this actually, but it's okay. I mean, got stopped out to the break even. We'll see if I can take re-entry. That speed actually I was expecting, but that far I didn't expect. However, we'll try to take re-entry after a bit. Okay, so first I'll see if it can go through this, and then it would love to start to go higher again, or does it really like would love to retrace from there. We'll see that. Then maybe I'll look for some another opportunity. So here we took the partial, got stripped out to the break even. I know some of you are not happy because it didn't hit that extreme liquidity, but still, brother, that is the part of this game. That's why the partial is important. See this speed, that is the speed you should expect in this time frame. I told you the next 10 candle is gonna have the highly volatile candle. So you have to know that beforehand. While this market is retracing, this is the gap. I'm gonna mark as a bearish gap. I'm gonna keep this here. I'm gonna mark this bullish gap. This gap is important to me to observe right now. They're not important to me right now, but they're going to be important to me. They're going to be important to me within a moment. Thank you, Kushit, for writing boom, brother. It's a partial boom. Nobody would love to write on boom because if it's a partial. But those people, for example, if I ask Jaid or maybe Suzivan, I would love to ask him, brother, you are trading through your top step fund, sorry, take profit trader funded account, and you got this 36 handle. Are you happy? This is my question to those people only. Are you happy to get that 36 handle? Do you need that 70 to 100 handle? Do you need that, brother? The fun of the take profit trader. Thank you, Kushit. Thank you, Sophia, for writing boom, brother, sister. Jamil, thank you for the penguin. However, is there anyone who was with that with me? There was it. I mean, in this trade, is there anyone who was with me in this trade? Thank you, Ellie. Thank you, sis. I'm not. No worries, brother. This is Jade. No trade for me yet, brother. Waiting for. No, I was just asking. For example, you were in this trade. Okay, you were in this trade because of your 22 YT model, and you got 36 handle. Is that enough actually for being profitable with your take profit trader account? That was my question. I didn't take the trade. Had one win during learning session. Just learning. Oh wow, that's cool. You're following your what to say? I mean the discipline things. That's cool, sister. Don't have forget about this 50-minute chart. Okay, so right now it's trading the 50-minute bullish gap from where it is retracing. Let's say from where it is retracing. Okay, coming from the daily chart. Do I have anything from the daily chart? No. Forward chart. Do I have anything over here from forward chart? I have nothing over here from forward chart. Hourly chart. I think in hourly chart we have traded the last FBZ from the hourly chart. Okay, then it's a logical level. Can't say that it's not a logical level. Of course, it's a logical level. It's trading from the forward chart. Okay, perfect. Can I use this as an order block because market has tapped to the 50-minute bullish gap? This is the order block. Which change in state of delivery this candle is going to do? What is it changing? Which state of delivery this candle is going to change? This is a bullish market, brother. So it's not changing anything. If it was a bearish market, then you're expecting bullish run, then it could be the change in state of delivery. It's not your order block. Yes, that is 15,000 for me. Wow, brother. Sorry, 1500 for sure. Yeah, of course, brother. That's why I'm saying that partial is something that is gonna make you profitable trader. You can take the partial, put a stop loss to the break even, let the run go if it can take that liquidity. Otherwise, got a stop out to the break even, wait for the next opportunity. What you are looking for, of course, buy. No sell is valid. Hey guys, please push the like button. How many likes did you get? Did you give me 100 likes? Seriously, man? Come on. I'm really happy. Thank you so much, guys, for giving me that likes. I also got 2 subscribers, 675 subscriber. Wow, just 25 subscriber away from 700 subscriber. Those people who are with me on last Friday live, where I mean, make the differentiate of the FBGs. Those people should start to observe this two gap. You should start to observe this two gap. By the way, guys, as long as this market is not going to close above this gap, I'm not interested to look for any short of buy. Until then, I will wait for that opportunity to create. I would love to go one more time for this area. We are going to start a Discord discipline challenge, which is absolutely free. You have to do one thing. You have to join through that link to our Discord, which is absolutely free. Then Sophia has started this poll. Read it and let me know your opinion. You will be invited only, so you won't be able to join without the invitation. Those people who are going to join right now, just click over here where I just mentioned everyone. Click here, it will be there. I hope this is gonna help you a lot to understand the differences in between disciplined trader and indisciplined trader. And after this challenge, you will never be able to be an indisciplined trader. Never ever it's possible again. What is this discipline challenge about? Please, I just told that the purpose of the discipline, this challenge is actually to show you the differences in between a disciplined trader and a indisciplined trader. And after this challenge, for example, you got the funded, I mean, you passed that challenge account. You have to have a prop from challenge account. You pass it, the next stage is gonna make the payout for you. So I hope this is either way is a great opportunity for you to be a disciplined trader. What are you waiting for? For a body close above that green FVG. After closing that body, you are going to take the entry? Of course not. I need the confirmation, which is the order block. If the market failed to clear that low before closing above this side. Should I come with take profit trader or Apex? They're the they're the boss on this prop firm industry. Take profit trader is the boss because it's gonna give you the daily payout. That's gonna fully change your expectation from trading. There is no rules that will give you the more freedom. Apex is the only platform that is going to allow you 20 funded account altogether. So if you can go for 20 funded account with the Apex, because they have 90% discount right now, I think it will cost $19 or $20, something like that, for 50k account. And then you can make 20 funded account every day. Your target will be just $150 every single day. $150. That will make you a millionaire. So they are the best in my opinion in every way. Choice is yours. If you'd love to take the sell, please go for that. I'm not interested to look for the sell. I'm only interested to look for the buy. So It's up to you, brother. Do you want to take the sell or buy? It should be your choice. I'm waiting here for a body close above that green gap and then a down close candle that is going to trade that green gap or a bit below that green gap. We'll wait for another candle close above the down close candle. We'll retest this down close candle. I'll take the buy. You're waiting for all of these things? Yes, sir. First thing it have to do, close above that green box. I think that's going to happen within 13 seconds, 12 seconds. Perfect. Now a down close candle that is going to trade that green box. I need a down close candle now. You're going to miss the trade. I don't care. But I need what I need. And the members who are my members, look at that low over here, swing low, to use it as a reclaimed gap, to use it as a trap gap. Think there is no swing low that has been cleared. Trap reclaimed. I need a down close candle that will trade this gap to take the buy right now. Here is the question for those people who are facing the problem called FOMO, fear of missing opportunity. They're thinking like that way. Oh man, it's extremely bullish. It will never build a down close candle or whatever I'm waiting for. It's never going to build it. Even if it build it, I'm not gonna be able to take entry over there. I will miss this trade. So enter over here. When they enter over here, they can't put their stop loss in the most logical level because their entry is too high. Then what happened? Market reverse, stop them out, then go toward the liquidity. Next time they don't feel confident to go for that trade. So that is the problem for the FOMO people. They don't want to wait. You have to wait over here for a down close candle to validate as an order block if you'd love to take the buy. Otherwise, if it doesn't build the order block, market is keep falling. It means that you didn't take the buy, you didn't get stopped out over here. Whatever happened, you just survived over there. Okay. Last FBZ, tap over here, market went higher, closed below this last FBZ, cut through the candle. As we are not the supply and demand trader, for the first time market has closed above the last FBZ. What should be your expectation? Not even a single body is going to close below the concurrent crossment. If it closes below, it means it's a long-term consolidation. So here it should not close below the concurrent crossment of this gap if it is in one-sided. The way it went higher, built that buy side liquidity or relatively equal highs, forcing the retail trader to believe that market came too high, building double top. Now it is going to reverse. What market will do? Either it will fall for this low to clear one more time liquidity, or it will start to build the water block and then start to go higher. If it would love to start fall for this low, I'll let the fall go, take that low, and then I will start to think about a buying opportunity again from here, which is allied with this 50-minute bullish gap. That means I'm gonna let the losing trade go away from my trading because I didn't push the buy button over here. then start to look for the buy over here. Or if it doesn't want to fall for this low, instead of that, it would love to keep going higher. I will get the order block to confirm my entry to take that buy. What does it mean? I'm not going to miss the trade. Even I'm going to just, how to say, I mean, eliminated the low probability from my mind just by waiting for the order block. FOMO is only going to happen while you are seeing this keep going higher, and you will start to think that I'm going to miss the trade. If this market doesn't want to do none of them and keep going higher for this liquidity, it means you missed the trade. Simple. You just missed the trade. I'm sorry for this small rant because I'm just waiting and I'm just trying to show you the site, okay, how I'm seeing the market right now, what I'm thinking over here, why I'm thinking like that way. I know that some of you don't like it, but some of you can, it can be a very important information for some of you, okay? So what I'm missing? Nothing. Actually, I'm not missing nothing. I'm missing nothing. Guys, please don't forget to push the like button, subscribe to our channel. Oh, I got another one subscriber. Thank you so much. And our first trade already, it has given us the partial. Awesome, man. We already got the partial, so we are not in a rush. We have to take an entry. No, we already covered the profit. Maybe small, but still we already covered the profit, it's in our pocket already. Good step to do. SMT with ES. That's cool, brother. I'm just watching. And dollar is going up. Okay, you, if you want to take the sell, please go for that. I don't have any problem with any of that. Okay, so if you feel like this is a selling market right now, go for the sell. I really appreciate it. Don't forget what I told you about this last FBZ as well. Nobody should close below the constant encroachment of this gap, because if it closes below this gap, it means it's going to be a smaller short-term consolidation. So the candle close below or above that constant encroachment is also an extra confluences for you. Whoever is interested to take the sell, please go for that. I really appreciate it, man. Okay, I can be wrong. This is a bearish market, maybe. Later you will start to blame me. Please don't do that. So if you would love to take the sell, go for that. I'm not interested to take the sell here. I'm more interested to take a buy. However, if it failed to take that low and started to go higher, what you will do? I'll just wait for this candle close above this gap. Tap to this gap, I'm in a trade already. You got the reply from the the reclaimed gap, guys. If you were with me last Friday, trap gap, fall, sorry, fall, tap, failed to take that low, went higher, failed to take the high, come back again, most recent swing low, cleared, boom, by building liquidity. Trap gap, reclaimed gap, fall, failed to take that liquidity, went lower, took that swing low, come back again here to this old gap, failed, started to go higher, liquidity, fall, liquidity, never should not take that low from this reclaimed, sorry, here, started to go higher for the buy side liquidity. If I would love to take a sell, what I have to do? You have to wait for a 50-minute bearish gap over here. From 15-minute chart, you have to have a bearish gap. Who is over here and from where you are watching us? Can you please let me know, guys? Like, just let me know. I'm waiting, right? I'm just waiting to, as long as this market is not going to close above this green gap, I'm just waiting. So how it is going to work over here, I don't care. All I care, did the market close above this gap? Yes, I'm in a buy. No, I'm waiting. Keep consolidating, taking that low, then it will start to go higher. We have to wait for that area. In the meantime, please let me know where are you watching from. Florida. So thank you, Sophia, for saying Florida, USA. Is there anyone? We're just waiting for the price to create the setup. From where you are watching us? India, Gujarat, Poland, Pakistan, UK, DC, USA, okay, Uganda, Vancouver, Canada, Detroit, Michigan, USA. Detroit, I never heard about that. Florida as well. Okay, from my room. Yes, sir, from your room. Where your room is located, brother? North Carolina, Los Angeles, California, Missouri, USA, Toronto, Canada, Brazil, Durban, South Africa. Wow, South Africa, my dream country. Mallorca, Spain. You are my neighbor. Market will keep falling. I'll let him fall. I'm not interested to touch this fall. I'm waiting for the buying opportunity. So now I can start to look for a buy from here. I don't need to wait for this market to close above that. You see this gap above that gap. I don't need to wait for that because the liquidity has been cleared over here. Market has traded the 1 minute last FVG around this area. So I can start to look for the buying opportunity right now. So what I need, a bearish gap to create over here, just a bearish gap. At the same time, I can also use this order block. Should I go? Yeah. Yeah. I'll go for the trade from this order block. If the body close above this order block, I'll take the buy. Don't know it has closed or not. If it close, okay, then the buy is gonna be created. I don't think so. It has closed. Yeah, it didn't close. If I miss it here, no worries. I'll take the entry from there. Okay. Didn't close yet. Entry is not valid. If the body close one tick above this candle, then this buy is gonna be valid. Stop loss below the order block plus 1 2 tick. We'll talk about that. Wait for this candle to close to put that limit order. It's gonna stop out, brother. I don't care. This is the perfect scenario for me to go for the trade. I'll go for this trade. 3 2 1. Now if it tap, I'll be in this trade. Then buy side liquidity is gonna be the target. I think it has already taken. It will just take a bit to reload. Okay, load. We'll go for 1:1 partial, which is over here. If it starts to reverse, I'll go for a partial around that area. It will 1:1 partial. What I don't want to see anybody close below the min threshold of this order block. Nobody should close. Oh man, my camera. Not even a single body should close below the min threshold of this order block. We'll try to take 1:1 partial, then put the stop loss to the break even. We'll see if it can hit our extreme target or not. All I just don't want to see the body close below this mean threshold. If it can build an unfilled gap right now, man, even after putting my stop loss to the break even, it will keep giving me the boom. If it can build just a gap that's going to be unfilled by one tick. I need speed now. Look at the time. First time, then price. Exactly the right moment in the right place. I hope so. I hope so. I'm in the right place. Just don't want to see the reaction from the last FBC concurrent crossment. We'll have to see a body close above this concurrent crossment. I don't want to stay over here around 11 a.m. New York local time, because the first candle can fall a bit to build the liquidity, okay, the manipulation leg for the 50-minute and the hourly candle. So I don't want to stay over here. Would love to stay here somewhere so that the 11 a.m. candle will fall a bit more and then it will start to go higher again. Didn't like it. Where it built the clean lows, I didn't like it. Just cleared that. That's cool. Body close below this mean threshold is not allowed. Okay, got stepped out. See if it can start to go higher again to take the rebuy, as long as it's not going to close below this low. Otherwise, I'll wait for another order block to create over here to take the rebuy. Okay, order block is not valid anymore just because the body has closed below this gap. Can't use the order block anymore. Okay. I just can't look for the order block over here, but we'll see if I can find the FBZ entry from there. I need to go before 11 a.m. If you are bearish, brother, please look for the sell. So whatever your opportunity or your sorry, what to say, I mean your expectation, take the sell, man. If you find the opportunity, go for the sell. I'm not interested to look for the sell. I will look for the buy. I still believe this is a bullish market, at least until this new week opening gap. So I really don't know what is going to happen after this new week opening gap, but at least until this new week opening gap, I'm still bullish. If you think this is bearish, go for sell. Take the sell if you find any opportunity. I'm not bearish yet. As long as it's not going to close below the bullish gap, most recent bullish gap, and not going to build a bearish gap from 50-minute chart, I'm not bearish. I'm only bullish. The body will close above this gap. Can I take the buy? 100% no. No means no. No. Now, if it close above this gap, I'll take the buy. Why? Because it tap here to this gap and then fall, take that low. So when this low has cleared, now I'm interested to look for the buy from here if it can close above this gap. And this time the target will be this high over here with the relative equal highs. Stop loss, I'll try to put it a bit smaller. Try to put it, but first let the market to close above this gap. Those people who are looking for sell, please go for that. Take the sell without any sort of hesitation. By the way, this is gonna be my last trade for this morning session. So I think this is the last opportunity to make some money from this market today. I mean, this morning session. I'll just wait for a body close above this gap, and then I'll try to take the buy. Can it go for this low one more time? Of course it can go for that, no problem. As long as it's not going to build another bearish gap, I'm interested to take the buy from this gap. Those people who are saying about sell, please take the sell. Go for the sell if you find the opportunity to take the sell. I really appreciate it, guys. Unfortunately, ICT is not tweeting today, so I'm not able. I don't know what he is looking for. What is my confidence here? I just don't want to see people to pick the top. So they are going to take the sell over here. It just built the relatively equal highs, a double top to the extremely top area. So I don't want to see these things to be here. Should be clear. I'm just waiting for that run to start. That's my last barricade actually to take the buy from this gap. That means if it doesn't reverse from here, I won't be able to catch any sort of buy over there. It has to reverse from this last gap. Otherwise, I'll not go for the trade from that FVZ. The lowest down close body close candle, again this order block. I will not take the order block entry here. I'll take the entry from this gap. This and this are the same order block. It didn't work over here, it doesn't mean that I'm gonna doubt over here. I'm just not doubting over here. I'll just need an over confirmed entry. Just I will wait for this candle to close above this, and then we'll go for the trade. If it was my first trade, that means I already didn't get my trade. I mean losing trade over here, or didn't take that winning trade. Just didn't do anything. This is my first time. This would be my entry from that lowest down close body close candle, by believing it 100% that it's gonna give me the partial at least. At this time, I'll just need over confirmed entry, so I'll wait for this candle to close above this gap to take the buy. That candle is still not be validated as an order block because the body didn't close above that candle. You can just mark a line, and you can see that body didn't close yet above that candle. So when the candle will be validated as an order block, then it could be a good order block for taking entries. Whoever is interested to take the sell, please go for that. I'm not interested to take the sell. This is my last line, that last FBZ, bullish FBZ from 1 minute chart for the reversal. If it doesn't happen from here, I'll not go for the trade. I'll just simply let the market to fall because my expectation it will go higher. It didn't go higher. I didn't take trade. Simple, something like that. If you are bearish, go for the sell. You close one tick above that gap, I'll take this buy. I know your last FVZ over here. That reaction can send maximum the market until that water block. So my stop loss is going to cover the mid threshold of this water block, as that's an unfinished business. Let's see if it can take me. If it doesn't take me, that's gonna be real bad luck. There you go. 1:1 partial. Rules are always same. 32. 32 3 tick. 32 3 tick. Okay. Over here. Hold it until there. What do we know? Last FBZ, which is over here, can send the market a bit lower to trade this unfinished to finish this unfinished business. So if I see that fall, I know that it's going to trade these consecutive candles before going higher again. If it doesn't do that, instead of that, go through this gap with speed. The next stoppage is this last FBZ over here. If it can go through this candle with speed uh, without retesting this water block, the next stop is where it's gonna stop is over here around that area. This time this gap will have zero possibility to hold it like this way. Keep watching. Look at my entry time as well. 10:10. Sorry, 11:10. Speed. Why? Because around the last macro, still the market didn't give us the speed. Now it should give us the speed. What is your high time frame, brother, over here? 15-minute bullish fair value gap. I need speed. More speed. Liquidity. Market fall took the liquidity. All the liquidity has been cleared. swing high has been shifted FVZ here 22 best model, while you have the clean buy side liquidity around that area. So those people who actually love the 22 YT model, best model is over here in front of you. I need speed. Why I'm not getting speed? More speed. The most dangerous thing is going to happen right now. Body close above this concurrent crossment of this last FVZ. Now, if it doesn't remove, move toward the liquidity or toward the buy side liquidity, it will fall far for this order block, and that is so scary. This is that candle is going to create right now. That candle is going to decide: am I going to fall for this order block, or am I going to go through this last FVZ? Something like that. Come on, brother. Go toward your papa. Go, man. That's an indecisive candle. So still this candle is valid because that's indecisive. The market still didn't decide where it would love to go. This candle is going to decide: does it want to go higher, or does it would love to fall for that order block one more time? I want him to close not only above that last FVZ but also inside that last FVZ over here, inside this gap. So it should not only close above this gap, it should close inside this gap as well. The worst thing it can do, it can close inside this gap. That's still the sign I'm interested to fall for, to trade this order block before going higher. Now it has to break the quadrant level of this week now. Same like this. Exactly the same thing happened here. If it start to happen like that way, I think I should start to trail the stop loss. Brother, don't start to react from that lower quadrant. Keep watching here. This on my left hand side, you can see the cursor. This, I don't want to see the exactly same thing over here. I want to see it will go through this with speed. None of them should be respected. There you go. There you go. Just close inside this gap. One tick inside this gap. My stop loss is safe to the break even. Come on, brother, a bit more. Just a bit more. Come on, come on, come on. A lot of people are watching. Give us a boom. A lot of people are going to subscribe our channel if you give me the boom. Can't move my stop loss yet. It has to close inside this gap before moving my stop loss. Or it has to clear that liquidity. See this speed, I was waiting for that speed. See this candle? Yeah, that's gonna be the partial. Now your stop loss should be to the break even. Okay? So now it's the break even. I'll just put it over here below that candle, as it has already closed above this last FVG. What did I say you? This is the next stop is where the market is going to rest. That means before reaching to this gap, this candle is not going to take rest from any single other place. It has to take the rest. If it wants to take the rest, it has to come over here. So I'm going to extend it to my right hand side because the low of this gap and the high of this gap are almost around the same area. So I don't want to see any sort of rest over here before reaching over there. Now, if it reverse, stop me out. Am I going to cry? Of course not, man. I got 33 handle partial. Yeah, I took a 17 handle loss, but before that we had a partial as well, 20 handle partial. Now, if you don't want to hold it for this liquidity, I don't have any problem. You can simply close the trade over here. What's wrong with that? Still, you should be profitable. Speed. I need just the speed, not this type of candles. It should come here before any sort of retracement. It has to go one-sided until this gap, like just tap here without any sort of retracement. Thank you for writing boom, guys. Yeah, I know that most of the people are not going to write the boom before reaching this market to my extreme liquidity, which is over here around there. I know that. I'll just keep it here. Okay, I know that, but I believe that it's more than enough for being profitable. Like this 33 handle is more than enough for being profitable. However, we'll try to hold it until here. I'm not interested to see this. I would love to see it will tap here, and then if it would love to retrace, I don't have any problem. But this is not good. Now I can see a lot of people are writing boom. Thank you so much, but it didn't hit my extreme target. But I read the market in a very precise way. I hope you guys got the point. Unfortunately, this time the market didn't give us the entry from the order block because the body has closed up the order block, consecutive order block, and then just started to go higher without tapping to this consecutive order block. So unfortunately, the order block entry either way was not there, but we took the entry from this gap. How? Tap to this gap, took the liquidity, closed above this gap, took the entry over here, went for the partial. Logic is those people who caught the double top, top. I catch the top, man. I knew the market is coming until there, then market is going to reverse. So I took the sell over there. They are going to be the target. I'm just not liking these things over here. I need a candle to touch this gap. That will give me the confirmation that market is going for that buy side liquid. Not this gap actually. Remember the last step is over here. Thank you, M. Hey Jamil, by the way, was there anyone who was in this trade with me? Just let me know if there is anyone who are in this trade with me. Nobody? Seriously? Oh man, that is really unfortunate. Nobody believed this trade. Come on, brother. Yes, I took the trade. Oh, okay, Sophia, Pamilia, thank you so much, sister, for going for this trade. I hope you guys actually marked that gap without me. So while I was marking, I'm oversure that you didn't wait for me to mark this gap. You already know how to mark this gap if you studied the last Friday. I mean the live streaming. Am I right? Oh man, some other people also got that. Okay, team is also in this trade. Did you take the partial? If you didn't take the partial, don't talk to me. Still have runner. I love that. Yes, I was. Okay, Khurshid, Belmont. Oh no, Khurshid is still running. Okay, okay, that's cool. Okay, Wonder, thank you, brother, for going for this trade. For seeing the magic, actually. Yes, thanks, Tito. That was nerve tracking trade. Well done. Thank you so much, brother. I knew what is going to happen. But here, I just was a bit earlier, but I have no idea. I had no idea this market will fall until here before going higher, right? So I had no idea. That's why I just took a small loss. I really don't care because I know what I was waiting for. Remember this gap, right? Nobody should close below this gap. Oh, sorry, not below that gap. Sorry, my mistake. Below this gap concurrent crossment, it can fall. If you would love to look for this gap, it can fall until the lowest down close body close candle, which is over here around that area. So my stop loss is going to cover just the top of this candle. If the reclaim gap would love to work and the trap fair lookup would love to fail, then it will come to this order block. My stop loss will be safe over there because the top of this order block, I should wait. I mean, I should let the market maximum to trade, like the top or the open of this order block, like these two area. If it fall bit more, I'll get stopped out over here. I don't need to hold the trade for this area by thinking that it will keep going higher by putting my stop loss over here. I don't like that. I got stopped out over here by trailing the stop loss. How many handle is that? 33 handle. Okay, overall I got 33 handle. Perfect, I'm done. I already closed my trade. Congratulations. Am now holding a partial. That's cool, brother. Yeah, put your stop loss to the break even. Let the market to go wherever it wants to go. Still running stream target. Never ever follow my trailing stop loss as well because I preferred to take re-entry instead of holding the trade so long. You know that. Sorry, brother. I was in the trade as well. Busy managing it. I'm done now. Okay, that's cool. That's cool, brother. That's cool. Boom. Thank you, man. Thanks for the penguins, Pamelia and Suzivan. Thank you, both of you, for giving it the boom. Chito, I got my boom. Thank you, fam. Thank you, brother, for getting your boom. I'm really happy because you got your boom. Got stripped out 40 handles secured. Congratulations for your 40 handle, brother. Sophia, thanks for the penguin. Boom, penguin. Okay, guys, I think that was enough for today. Yeah, I know that I missed all of this buy. All of this buy I have missed. Right, market started from here. All of these buys I have missed, and then finally I took the buy in the deep premium. People start to say that, oh brother, you are bullshit, why you're taking the buy from the deep premium. However, I took the buy over here, got stopped out, and then tried one more buy from the water block. Unfortunately it didn't work. Then finally got the buy from here, and it was a very nice run. I think it was the run for kind of 53 handle run. So against 17 handle loss, I think 53 handle is better if you even avoid this trade. I was waiting for the buying opportunity. I clearly told that with the bold statement. This is the last, I mean, the last PDRA. I am interested to take the buy. If it is broken, I will never ever will go for any other trade. If it will keep falling, I'll let him fall. It will start to go higher, I'll let him go higher. That is that gap where I called it the last FBG. Hope you guys will learn slowly but definitely. Thank you so much for being over here. If you have any question, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll just close the stream. Before closing, I'd love to remind you one more time. 64% people out of 165, 66 people, I think you are interested. If you guys are interested really, then come to our Discord, which is absolutely free. Just click on that link. You'll be in our Discord in the main room, which is over here. If you just join, you will be here, right? So at the bottom you will be here. Just go a bit above where I just mentioned everyone. Click on that message, it will bring you over here. Then just vote wherever you want to vote. Okay, just read it and vote over there. It's absolutely free. All you have to have a fresh from account. Can be the challenge account, it can be the funded account, but it has to be a from account. Okay, 50k account at least. If you have more, no problem, but at least 50k account. Here we are going to decide now. We are going to, I will try to show you the differences in between the disciplined trader and the indisciplined trader. So if you are a disciplined trader, what you are going to get, from there, because most of us are indisciplined trader, I believe so. So I think that will, if you join to that challenge, that will force you to be a disciplined trader. You have to follow all the rules, it will be over there. I'll just share them just before starting. Now if you don't join to this poll, I will tell them to make it a new poll lower. I mean, it will be just switched from here. I'll try to ask them, moderators, to do that. I mean, so that people doesn't need to come here to vote. It will be updated for next 6 days. If you don't vote over here, you will not get any sort of invite link or something, nothing. You won't be able to join to that challenge. So make sure you have voted over here. Depending on this vote, I will just send the invite link to all of the people who are will be just definitely, I mean, whoever will vote over here, definitely, okay, then they will be able to start that challenge with us. I will also join over here, I hope so. So yeah, that will be okay, the things over there. Thank you so much for this session. I don't think so anybody has any question. If you have any, please let me know that. No question. Yeah, thank you. So please make sure that you push the like button before leaving the stream. Subscribe to our channel if any of you are new. I hope, okay, I got some subscribe actually, 11,677 now. Thank you so much guys for being over here. Until the next time, cheers.